Okay, today we're here with Earl Gessling at the Natural Way in Mayville, and we are going to be preparing some turkey burgers, aren't we?
Wildlife Federation's The Hide.
So tell us a little bit how you went about preparing, the turkey burgers before we actually get to the point where we're going to throw them on the grill.
So this is comes from a turkey that market shot in the end of April here.
Yep.
So pretty fresh. What we did is it was a bigger bird, and I thought it looked like it had some
miles on
it. Yeah,
it?
had some miles on it. So I was like, well, let's try grinding this up and making a turkey burger. I think that'll.
But it was a bigger bird, right?
Yeah, it was a bigger bird.
Yeah.
Get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably didn't register it.
So I did. I think.
Wild turkey is very lean, so I had some pork. I do my own butchering with hogs and cattle and stuff, and so I had some pork that I had ground that I grinded a little fatter, probably about 30% fat at least, maybe 40 even. So it works great for mixing with wild game. It works great for making sausage and different things when I want to just add a little pork fat to something. So this, I think I added about 2/3 turkey, 1/3 pork. And then I put a couple slices of smoky hickory smoked bacon from Benton's out of Madisonville, Tennessee. They make a really nice hickory smoked bacon. So we'll cut it open, and we're going to make some patties out of this.
I suppose I probably should have thought about doing this on my own a long time ago with all the other things that we make hamburger out of, right?
Yeah.
Never thought of it. Can you guys smell that?
It smells good.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah. What really made me think of this was Mark kept talking about the duck meatballs, and so this was close to a meatball since it's
duck meatballs are good.
Those were really good. You can see the nice little chunks of fat in there. I think this is going to cook up really nice.
Looks like a turkey steak.
Looks delicious.
Yeah. Smells delicious too.
Trying to get my sizing on this. So for me with the turkey burger, even though I've added the fat to it, it's still a leaner meat. I think you want to cook something like this fast, and so you want to keep it thin, just thin and fast. So I'm going to...
Then do you additional season on top of it, or do you think what the flavor is you have in there is pretty good?
I'm going to put maybe just a little bit of, just a little salt and pepper on it. The thing is with ground meat, especially lean meat, when you start adding salt to it, it makes it bind, and that's like, everyone knows how sausage binds. Yep. It's kind of like it's been rebound together.
Okay.
So you'll get that, and you get like a much chewier burger that way.
Okay.
So I didn't want that, and I already had some salt from the bacon. So I tried to...
Doesn't need much, though.
Yeah.
It smells darn good.
Yeah, it does.
You probably can, I was going to say. Probably get a couple more on there or another sheet of paper.
Way ahead of you.
We'll have one for you.
All right. That's all that matters today.
Yeah.
So the thing about this that's really nice too is just this mix is that if I wanted to, I could take some like an egg or an egg yolk and some breadcrumbs and make it more of a meatball.
Okay.
I could throw these in the oven, put them on the smoker or whatever, hit them with some barbecue. They're really great for summertime.
Yeah, definitely versatile. And a good way to use all the meat.
Yeah.
from a
Yeah, all those little scraps,
Yeah.
you know.
And they hold good in the freezer.
Yeah.
So, Earl, how did you prepare the meat? Okay, once you got your mixture right, how did you actually mix the meat? Someone's probably going to ask that question.
I used, being a smaller amount, I just used my KitchenAid grinder attachment. So, yeah, goes through. You just want to cut it up a little smaller. If you're using something that's more for home use. I know a lot of hunters out there have the big ones they get at Cabela's. I've probably got what I have is like a step up from that.
Okay.
Like with my KitchenAid, I ground 30 pounds of beef one time, and it took me like 2 hours.
Okay.
And you know, my usual one that I use will grind that in like 5 minutes.
Do you cool your meat down before you put it in the grinder? I know I've done that with like venison and stuff like that, where it kind of gums it up if you don't.
I'll pop it in the freezer. You can put your ideally, you should probably put your whole unit in there, like your grinder.
Yep.
Stick that in there to pre-chill it. When you're grinding a lot with this, I wasn't grinding a lot. Like when I'm grinding like 120 pounds of pork or something, when I butcher a couple hogs, I have to worry about it heating up, and I'll get condensation, on there, and I could, you could tell there's a lot of heat transfer, and so the motors put out a lot of heat. But with this, it was 5 minutes, it was done. Okay. So when you're doing 2 or 3 pounds, just pop it in the freezer and just firm it up nice, and have some nice small pieces. Cut it up in 1-inch cubes or 1/2 inch by 2 inch little strips, and it'll go through pretty good. 4 burgers, that should be good.
Yeah, should be good.
Yep. So then, as most people know, this year was really bad for mushrooms with the dryness and the foliage coming in before the mushrooms did.
Right.
So I got I have some local sources for growers of oysters. So these are a Black King oyster, really good mushroom. You got
Oh yeah. Yep. Good earthy.
With oysters, I got to say I do prefer the farmed a little bit because of there's so many worms and there's a lot of bugs in
a lot of extra prep on
a lot of extra stuff. I don't mind it with the morels, but with the oysters it gets to be a pretty a lot of protein in them.
Right. Unwanted protein.
What I do with these is I'm just going to tear them up. Most of this is pretty edible down here. You can feel it. If you questioned it, just try to, how well does your knife go through? I mean, I guess if you really want to find out, you can always just, that'll cook just fine. It's not woody or anything like a shiitake. So I just take these and tear them up. I'll cut a little bit off of that one, actually. And then we're going to...
Wish I had that wand ready to eat.
Yeah, right? I don't think it'll take too long.
Now with this here, you get into the little more woodiness, so we can... But always make sure you save that for stock.
Okay. Never heard of mushroom stock.
Nope.
Yeah, that's anytime you have stems or anything, you should always save those. You just take a bag and throw them in the freezer, and when you want to make say you're making a pheasant soup in the fall, just throw those in with your bones and cook it up, and it just adds another layer of flavor in there. Some earthiness. I don't throw anything away. So all the scraps from everything that from the pheasants and all the butchering, I cooked all that down and just made some beautiful stock out of it. So, you take that and you put it in the freezer, and you can just pop it out, and anytime you want to make some
flavor.
Yeah. There's no sense in ever throwing away flavor.
So what are we going to do with the mushrooms?
So we're going to take these mushrooms, and then we'll take some leeks. I'm just going to take the tops on these. Then we're going to take these and just saute them up and top our burgers. A little bacon mushroom cheeseburger. It's pretty simple.
Fantastic. So, hey, we're back at the Natural Way. Just got done cooking a whole bunch of different things with wild turkey. And Earl, we have some leftovers from the different dishes that we prepared. So what are we going to do with the leftovers, you know, the legs, the turkey burger material and everything else? What are we going to do with it?
Well, we're going to make some barbecue beans.
Outstanding.
So we're going to keep it simple here. It's got some canned beans. You can make your own. I do usually, but for this works nice. And these are delicious on their own.
You know, and you got
classic baked beans.
Right. And you got duck camp, deer camp, wherever you go, family picnic, brewer game, you know, you're always needing a quick dish, right?
Open a can of beans.
Open a can of beans. And now we're going to spice up.
Doctor them up a little bit.
Right.
Yep. I think one can will suffice. So what we're going to do is we have a little bit of this, that burger left over, the duck burger that we did.
Okay.
Turkey burger.
Duck, turkey.
Everything's duck. We're talking ducks today, turkeys. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just kind of, I'm just going to throw it in here raw because I want all that fat to come out. I mean, like I say, it's lean meat. This is mixed with some bacon and some pork, but even with that, yeah, I like.
You just put little chunks in.
Yeah, I'm just breaking it up.
Smells good again.
Yeah.
You can put as much as you want in there. I mean, you could fry it up first, but it's not, I don't think it's necessary. You know, a lot of picnics, a lot of times, this could be a standalone meal too. If you're up at camp and you just want to cook something over the fire, or just a one and done meal,
hearty, stick to your ribs type of thing.
Yeah, right. It's
going to give chili a run for its money, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's going to be a tough competition there.
Well, as fall sets in and winter sets in, I can't wait to come here and experience the different types of chili you're going to make. Yeah, that's right. We're coming back.
I got all this nice stock left. Speaking of stock, so we had smoked some. We had smoked some turkey legs and thighs, and I pulled them and then just stored them in here till we were ready. This one is thigh meat. Ooh, I'm gonna take a little.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got a whiff when the bag opened up. Chase, you want to smell some? Oh, just keep filming, Chase.
The camera. No smell-o-vision yet.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take, this is all nice and shredded. Wow, this looks really nice. This turned out good. So I'd smoked this on my reverse flow smoker with hickory. It actually dried out a little bit, and I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work. But so what I did was, with some of the scraps from the pheasants we did previously, I had made some stock. So I had some pheasant stock. So I just put a tablespoon of butter and about a quarter cup of pheasant stock in here with it to just let it soak up. And
I think that's an important thing, because I know people get worried about wild game drying out on you, especially when you cook it like that. And I bet it's, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, you mix that with them beans and that smoky flavor.
Huh.
Then again, it's not overpowering smoke. You're just it's helping to enhance the flavor. It's delicious.
Yeah, you can put some more in there.
Yeah. You can. Ooh.
Who's that?
So, sticking with our, it is spring, ramp season. You'd usually throw some onions in there, but we're going to throw some ramps. Just do a little all the way down as we use it all. That'll give us some nice flavor.
And then what do we got here?
And then right here, so when I cook this, I put on the smoker for about two hours. It was a very tough old bird, as I said. So then I put it inside for a couple hours in the oven just to try to retain some more moisture that way. And it can only take so much smoke. So a couple hours of smoke is plenty. So then we ended up with this delicious goodness that was at the bottom of the pan when I was done. It's just
liquid, concentrated,
liquid
delicious
smoke, pretty much turkey smoke. So you can, if you want to throw a spoon of this in there, that meat's so flavorful. I'm not going to put too much.
I was going to say that could overpower it, right?
I'm going to
enhance it.
If you would dump that all in there. No.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. That's a good call, actually. You don't want to go crazy on it. I think you have a lot of good flavors. It is easy to do that. Overstuff the burrito, as I say. And
that smoky turkey leg was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you end up with this. You pop that on the smoker. You can put it on the grill, on the stove, and you got a meal right there.
Yeah.
All you need is some cornbread.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't have any cornbread right now.
And one thing you were supposed to bring.
I know.
Cornbread.
I know. It's my bad.
One thing.
I get it.
All right, so we got all of our ingredients here for our turkey burgers. Got the burgers, got some mushrooms I cooked down with the ramps, homemade pickles, and then we did a little mustard and mayonnaise, which they call Dijonnaise.
Okay.
Then there's some cheese and arugula down there out of the sun.
I like
so
the
it doesn't-
homemade pickles.
Doesn't melt. Yeah, they're really good. Just gonna hit this with a touch more oil.
There you go.
Give them a little rub. Turkey can be a little sticky sometimes on the grill, so
Listen to that sizzle.
Sizzle, sizzle.
I'm just using a little sunflower oil on this. You could use canola, olive oil, bacon grease. To get a little warm out here, so we're just going to do a flip.
Nice.
Bam.
So how long do you think it'll take to cook?
Couple minutes,
Just a couple minutes, okay?
maybe 5 minutes.
Awesome.
We'll put it down and take a look at them in a minute and
Perfect.
see what happens.
I can't wait. Smells good.
I'm off with the fish spat.
So what's your preferred cheese?
So for these, I was going real classic, bacon mushroom cheeseburger. So I went with a double cream Colby from Clock Shadow Creamery out of Milwaukee. I use a lot of their cheese. They do a really nice job.
Those are our mushrooms and ramps, right?
Yep.
Oh my. And this is something we all could be doing with our burgers.
Right.
This is, or with our leftover turkey, our turkey that we shoot each spring.
Yeah, you shoot it in the spring. Like for me, I'm thinking burgers, barbecue. You got fall for pheasants and ducks if you want to do the casseroles and the soups.
Yep.
And throw a couple of these nice handmade pickles on here. Slap a bun on them. There you go.
There's that.
Take control. Yeah. So look at the juice come out of that. There we go. Got the haunt.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, dripping down your arm. You know, dry turkey here.
That is delicious.
See all the juice coming out of that?
That's where it's at.
Earl, fantastic.
Very good.
Chase, turn the camera off so you can have a bite.
Well, we just wrapped up having some delicious turkey burgers. Again, juiciest burger that I've had in forever. And again, something that you guys could absolutely be doing with your own burger or your own turkeys that you get each spring. So again, I want to thank Earl and the Natural Way here in Mayville for having us out and again showing us all of the different techniques and all the different tools that you can be using to utilize the resources that we have here in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was fantastic. The food was excellent. And again, the simplicity of everything that we did today, I could do that as long as I had the right ingredients and the directions.
And you can find them all locally. That's the important thing,
Right.
is that everything that we did today is all just locally sourced stuff.
Keep it seasonal, keep it local.
Awesome.
Right.
So, well, again, thanks everyone for watching this episode. I want to thank Chase Baker and Grit for being behind the camera and being willing to travel with us and make sure all of us look good, even Mark. So it is what it is. But again, thanks everyone, and thank you again, Earl, for having us, and hopefully you guys tune into the next episode.
Have a great day.